Hello, guys. As you can see, I'm not perfect. I do still have my habits and demons that I battle, which right now is the smoking habit. But today, we're going to talk about a really horrible habit that is rampant through the world. A habit that I really went through the ringer with, and it really put a damper on my life, made it much harder than it needed to be. I'm talking about drugs. They always seem so innocent and cool, right? In some places, you got kids out there that make it seem cool to do drugs, and then they got these other kids thinking that, oh, this is what I need to do to be cool, peer pressure. And then some kids, they just try it maybe one time and it just clicks in their brain. That's all it can take, guys. If you have that gene, that addiction gene, like a history in your family, you have a high chance that something so innocent, I just want to try at this party, you don't even know what it feels like. And if you don't, don't ever know what it feels like. It's not worth it. Try it one time, it might click in your brain, and then before you know it, you're hooked. You're doing it on the weekends. Now you're doing it every day. Now you're physically hooked. Now your life's just passing you by and you're wondering, like, what happened? How did I get in this place? And just a path of destruction lies. That's what happened to me. After some tragedies happened in my life, I didn't handle them well. I didn't face the pain head on like you need to. I turned to the wrong things. I turned to drugs. And it was a very hard battle for me. And I have depression, so I think even I don't do drugs anymore, but I think it still left some lasting effects on me that I battle forever. Like my brain just doesn't create chemicals right, and I blame all my drug use as through my younger years. So I didn't handle the tragedies well. Before I knew it, the pills, I was doing coke, pills, but my main thing was opiates, and the pills turned into heroin real quick. Whenever the bags were so much cheaper and stronger, and that's what everyone was doing, right? Might as well follow the crowd, right? Wrong, guys. Don't ever follow the crowd. Make your own path in life. Don't. If something feels wrong in your heart, that's your soul. That's God, like implanted, like a a meter inside of you, of all of us, to know right from wrong. And you gotta trust your meter. Whenever something doesn't feel right in your heart, do not do it. No matter who's telling you to do it. No matter how cool it looks, it's not worth it. In the long run, life is a marathon. You're not running a sprint like everyone. Just a little cool, real quick in high school. You know what I mean? High school is just not. Once you're out of high school and time passes, you forget, like, I can't even remember like most of the people I went to high school with. These people that you think are your friends that are leading you the wrong way are not your friends. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. I'll tell you, that rings so true in the drug world, because I there's one kid that I met that really led me the wrong way, and I'm my own man. I made my own choices, but misery loves company. This guy, um, he yeah, he just wanted me to, I don't know, he just wanted me to, like, do heroin so bad, you know what I mean? And this guy, he was shooting up and everything, you know what I mean? Needles, everything. And as the years went by, at some point, like when I was so low, I had to run in with the needle myself, and it was not pretty. It was the worst decision I ever made. Misery loves company. This guy was so obsessed with, like, trying to get me to shoot up, and I'd always say no. Finally, one day we went and picked some stuff up in DC, and I said screw it that day, and I let them inject me, and that was the most shameful moment of my life was when I let that needle go in my arm. That was a despicable decision, and for someone to want someone to do that so bad just shows you how low these people are. You know what I mean? Like, misery loves company. He's at that low point in his life, needles in the arm, and he wanted a companion, someone doing it with him, and he got it. I was sleeping on his couch. I remember they did that to me, and I couldn't even walk. It was like, whoa, like what just happened? Like this rush through my body of filth, poison. And I remember they had to carry me out of there because I was like so like I'm like almost died. And but hey, it's cool. Hey, you feel good, right? That's what they said. Sick. It's sick to look back at, guys. Don't ever disrespect yourself and put a needle in your arm. That is the most despicable thing you could do. And it really led to some very hard hardships for me. The hardest battle in my life was kicking um, heroin, and and um and the only reason why I did is because of my daughter. I met my wife. As the years went by, since I ended up moving in with another. Well, first I moved out of run. I moved in with my grandma for a while, and I lived with her, and a lot of guilt there just from because I was doing drugs in my grandma's house. My grandma of all people, like this is where the low places that these drugs will lead you. I was an athlete. I was a popular kid. I was everyone's friend, you know what I mean? And drugs ruined my life for a long time. But what does not kill you makes you stronger. And my experiences made me stronger. They made me, I think everything happens for a reason. I have a family, a daughter, and I think now I'm in tune with like how messed up the world is, and nothing's gonna get by me. So everything happens for a reason. It made me a stronger person. But you don't have to go through that. You don't have to stress your family out. You don't have to send your mom on a manhunt wondering if you're dead all the time, you know what I mean, or in jail. You don't have to do this to people and to yourselves, guys. Listen to my stories, hear my pain, and do not make the same mistakes. Um, yeah, my wife was a blessing, my daughter, because my wife's never done drugs before. She's real straight edge. She's completely naive. She didn't even know like I was on heroin when we met somehow. And we ended up moving in together, and I don't know. I ended up getting her pregnant pretty quick, and we were having our daughter, and I just knew that like it was time to step up. You know what I mean, and be a man, and that's what I did. But please, guys, do not do drugs. Like I feel it's embarrassing even telling you guys this stuff. Like I'm a very private person. I don't tell people this stuff about me, but something inside of me makes me feel like I need to help people. There's so many people in the world, and I bet there are so many people struggling, and I hope that the right people that are struggling that need to hear this message find their way to my channel and hear my stories and um and create their positive outcome from it. A lot of my stories end bad. A lot of them, some of them end happy, some of them end bad. Tragedy. Some of them take years, if not decades, for me to recover from. You'll see. Hard downward spiral, and it all plays into how the negativity, the bad mental patterns that I talk about. You cannot create these patterns. They're so hard to break, and they're the silent killer. Something inside of me wonders how many people out there are like like this, like me, an introvert, hard to open up to people. I have all these problems, but I'm a man. I can't admit my weaknesses. Something in me that makes me feel that way. And I'm not an open person. I'm not good with therapy. I'm not good at sitting down and talking to someone that's never been through the stuff I've been through. They just read a book and want to tell me they're gonna tell me like like what to do. They have no experience of it, so I just never clicked with it. But for some reason, something in my soul just makes me feel like I need to open up and talk to people. Maybe I can help some people out there that are like me that have a hard time opening up and are creating these patterns. Maybe they can realize before it gets so deep for them that they need to force this positivity upon themselves. You have to force it. It's hard, but you have to force it and catch yourself and make yourself think that way. We are our thoughts. What we think is what we become slowly. Like whether it's for the good or for the bad. Let's make it for the good, guys. Let's have a positive outcome, please. I really, and if any of you who make it to this channel ever need help, please get a hold of me. Comment below. Um, you can email me. I will do anything I can. It's in my power to help you. I'll talk to you. Please don't make the mistakes I made.